Hello and welcome to game number 3 between AcE and mOOn. AcE will be playing as the red Protoss player on the right hand side, and mOOn will be playing as the blue Zerg player on the left hand side. This is Your Face. The map is going to be Scrap Station, and it appears that AcE once again is going to be scattering directly after placing that pylon at the bottom of his ramps. This is a best of 5 series, so whoever takes 3 games will win. The score currently is going to be 2-0 in favor of AcE. Should he win this game, he will go to the finals, and if he doesn't, then he will go to the thing for the third place placer. And there is going to be a spawning pool for mOOn at 15 population. mOOn does also spot the pylon at the bottom of the ramp, and AcE would be putting the forge right over there. He is going to go for a fast expand once again, I suppose. And his opponent mOOn is also going to be coming outside, and the probe is not going to go and deny the expansion, it seems. The probe wants to have information on his opponent, and this drone, I think, will turn into a hatchery without too much trouble. The probe is not going to make it to the natural expansion in time, as the forge is about to be finished. Man, I can't wait for this game to get underway. It is a really good game. AcE is going to circle around the natural expansion for now, and the APM for these players at the rested stage of nothing happening is in the 200s. If you watch them during a major battle, it's actually going to be well above 400. It's absolutely amazing what these players can do and how quickly they can make their decisions, and their reflexes are just absolutely lightning. This probe is running away from the base at this moment. Gateway being opened, and there is a sufficient space for quite a number of units in between there. He will probably put something there as well. Next is along with a pylon being opened at this moment by AcE, and it appears that mOOn will be the first one to get gassed this game. And we will see the first cannon being placed directly next to the gateway as well as forge. And we see this a lot. He likes to put that pylon right when he needs it. Great timing there. He was supply block for a split second there. And this probe is just happily on his way, going to go check the gold expansion in case his opponent is crazy enough to take it. And mOOn is going to scout around. And this probe is still alive. He has not yet lost any resources just yet, and the probe is going to get chased by some Zerglings. The first cannon is going to start working on the Overlord, and the Overlord will fly away. Income tab is going to show the Zerg player is behind in minerals but ahead in gas, and gas is going to count for quite a lot, as Cybercore is going to be able to save that last probe. I can't believe it. I think the Zergling should have committed there, and if he had committed, maybe he would have gotten that kill over there. And the units lost tab is going to be 75 against 0. Pretty much very minimal at this point. Metabolic boost is being researched for the Zerglings, and yet there are no Zerglings on the field. And of course it is going to be a future investment. The Cybercore is going to be finished, and he will be chrono boosting that warp gate. The probe very active. This game is going to possibly pick up some minerals. No, he is not. And the first unit, the first sentry, is going to come out, and on the field for the Zerg player, absolutely no units. It appears that 2 Zerglings or 4 Zerglings was simply too much. He's just completely going to get lots and lots of units, and those units are just going to be entirely composed of workers at this moment. AcE is going to hide his probe once again, and there's one Overlord over here, and also one Overlord over here. Very nice Overlord spread. The Roach Warren is going down along with the second gas, and double gas has been gotten by AcE, and the resource tab does show that both these players are spending quite a bit of what they have at the moment. Army size 45 against 37, and the APM is just so high for absolutely nothing to happen. And we see 4 gateways being opened, 3 gateways over here and 1 gateway over here, for a total of 5 gateways, and the Overlord is not going to spot any of that. His vision of his opponent's base is going to be completely, once again, in the dark. So mOOn does not know what AcE is doing, and AcE is going to possibly check out his opponent soon, or maybe not soon. This probe is going to open a pylon. Very sneaky plays at this location. Couple of Zerglings coming out. The 4 warp gates are about to be finished. The warp gate technology has just completed. 3 pylons being opened. There is going to be a huge army coming out for AcE, as AcE, did he miss this? Oh man, did the Zergling completely miss that? A little probe over there. The probe is going to go about his business, and a whole bunch of Zerglings are going to ambush him. Army size at 51 against 48, and some Zealots actually being warped in here, and that is 3 Zealots. Will the 3 Zealots be enough against these 6 or so Zerglings? And it seems that the Zerglings are going down. More Zealots are being warped in. He should be able to hold here, and Income tab is going to show both players are on relatively equal footing, but the Protoss player does have 1 less gas than the Zerg player, and as the dance back and forth between these Zerglings are going to occur, there is going to be lots of research for the roaches, the roach speed, roach burrow, as well as +1 weapons. And for the Protoss player, he will be getting robotics facility once again, along with the assimilator, the 4th assimilator that is. And this is a very tense situation, as both these players are going to mount the first offense, I think, relatively soon, as +1 weapon is going to be researched for the Protoss player as well, and it is going to be chrono boosted. There is a lot of chrono boost left, which may suggest that there is going to be a lot of heavy usage relatively soon. And this pylon is going to go down. It's quite alright, and hallucination is also going to be researched. Hallucination, a very interesting choice by the Protoss player. AcE, and mOOn is going to be finishing up those research and also opening up his 4th extractor. And this seemed to be like a very nice safe play there, putting down 2 spore crawlers. But would the 2 spore crawlers set him back so much in this game, or will it actually save him from destruction? Overseer coming into the base, and if we follow this Overseer, he is going to come into the base. And will he spot these gateways along with the robotics facility? He is going to come inside. He has spotted this robotics facility and also the Twilight Council, as well as all the gateways. Good scouting there by mOOn, as he's making a lot of overlords, a lot of roaches, and he's going to be putting down his first spire. The weapon upgrades are about to be complete for both these players, as a lot of chronos boosts are being spent. Ooh, that was a really nice, useful changeling there, but that did not fool AcE, as all of his zealots were actually on the other side. A quite nice, sizable army for both these players. 18 roaches versus 9 stalkers, and a whole bunch of zealots as well as sentries. And we do see a 3rd base is going to be opened here by mOOn, as mOOn wants to get into a macro fight with his opponent. Army size is 104 versus 93, and 93 is actually the Protoss player, so he is slightly behind, but he does have quite nice mix of units. He does have those very useful force fields. There is a reinforcing pylon in the back, as we might see an engagement here. He is going to possibly commit it. He does like what he sees, it appears. He has an observer directly over the Zerg forces, and he is going to push forward still. He has 5 gateways. Keep that in mind as he can reinforce. Ooh, that was a nice type there on that probe that was scouting. And here we go. Their observer is going to move slightly closer. Blink is being researched. Stalker along with the first Immortal is going to come out, as Immortal is going to join the battle here. Very nice set of force fields. Will be able to take down 4 roaches immediately, and he is going to, ooh, another nice 4 set of force fields. Very nice force field here, and he will be able to take down those units very easily, as some of them are going to enclose right now. He is going to fall back, still force fielding some of these roaches. The roaches are running away at this moment. And we can see the burrow as well as +2 weapons for the roaches are being researched, and this Immortal is going to go down and did get 4 kills. More and more stalkers are showing up. There is going to be only 6 roaches left. There's a total of 17 stalkers on the field. A lot more roaches are coming, as well as stalkers, of course. And this main army is going to take down this hatchery, as the Zerg forces is split. There's 2 roaches down here and some roaches coming from here. Stalkers are getting fired upon by the roaches, and AcE is not microing there a little bit, as he did lose 2 or 3 of those stalkers unnecessarily. And there is going to be more and more roaches on the way. Army size now is at 96 against 92. Still very close. Slight advantage for the Zerg player, but he does not have as much army as his opponents. He does have, I believe, more drones, and he does have 4 more drones than his opponent has of probes. And the +2 weapon is going to be researched, as well as the +2 weapon is going to be about finished for his opponent. Hydrolus then is being opened at this moment by mOOn. mOOn is going to come here and pick off the reinforcing pylon, and the stalkers are going to kill off something over there, and these roaches are going to fall back. Observer keeping track of the battlefield, and both these players have taken some losses. The hatchery once again is going to go up, but he is spreading himself quite thin here, as this is a very nasty choke point for the Zerg to come possibly defend or attack. And there is going to be the Hydrolus range as well. The +2 weapon is being chrono boosted. The +2 weapon for roaches are about to be complete. Roaches are going to come forward and possibly snipe off this pylon once again. The pylon does go down almost immediately, or possibly that was a cancel, and another gateway is going to be open as well. There are no more Immortals. There are no more Colossus being built at the moment. There's only 2 on the field, I believe. And a whole set of Stalkers are going to come here, do some sort of harassment against this hatchery. He has lured all of the army of his opponent out, and he is not going to attack. I thought he was going to attack there. He does have a smaller set of Stalkers here, about 12. And his main army, I believe, is over here, is going to go for a double prong attack, perhaps. He is splitting his forces into 2. Army size at 132 against 115. Still advantage for the Zerg player as he is moving forward. He is killing off the creep, and he is going to push forward here. He still leaves about 12 stalkers at the very center of these towers, and he might be going for a hatchery snipe, as he is going going to push forward. He might want to actually sandwich the Zerg in the middle. The Protoss player might be going for a sandwich here, as he is going to possibly blink those stalkers away. And the main forces are going in. He will be able to take off some of these Hydras that were just spawned. And it looks like the main army of the Protoss player is going to come in here and go inside. Whereas the 12 Stalker is falling back to his base. You can keep track of that lower right hand corner. As the main army of AcE is going to push forward here. He is going to push inside the main base. He does not yet have his robotics bay finished. He cannot make Colossi yet. He is going to be Immortals. And inside the base of Fox GLaDe, he is going to go down. I mean, FX mOOn is going to go down. AcE is pushing forward, and there is a lot of destruction here. The same amount of destruction can be said of the other player's base. A lot of these drones are trying to run out. At the same time, the base of AcE is under siege as well from all sorts of roaches and craziness. Army size of 140 against 128, and AcE is in a slight hole here. Both these players are going to lose a lot of units very, very quickly, as they're actually not killing anything over here. He is going to possibly move more reinforcement units, and he has moved most of his units to the Zerg's base, and he is going to take down this hatchery as well. AcE is going to be trading bases with his opponent. Army size is at 129 versus 98, and the 98 units are going to be 35 Stalkers, 8 Sentries, and 3 Immortal versus 36 of those things are going to be Roaches and 11 Hydras. This is a very, very dangerous situation for both of these players, as they are going to be fighting together once again. And here we go. We might see another battle here inside the base. He is fighting quite well, and the units lost tab are going to show that both players are taking significant losses, but the Zerg player is taking a lot more losses, as the main army has wiped out almost all of the forces of the Zerg player. AcE has not rebuilt his base, and there was some nice barrel there, and he does not actually have a detector at this moment. This is incredible. And Stalkers are going to leave those roaches be, and he is going to go for the base once again. Main army of AcE moving forward and backwards and forwards, and the APM for these players are dropping a little bit, as some of the units are no longer in use, as they are dead. And he is going to take down the Sprawl Crawler. Why is he going for the Sprawl Crawler? He is going for the hatchery now, and he will be able to take down the hatchery. There are going to be some more roaches coming out for mOOn, as his opponent AcE cannot make anything. Unit composition: 31 Stalkers still remain, 7 Sentries, and 3 Immortals, keeping most of his units alive. And the roaches are going to be spawning momentarily, as these Stalkers are going to kill off some of the remaining forces of mOOn. And mOOn is going to be possibly in trouble, as this is the first time his population is going to be dipping below that of AcE. And AcE is going to kill off all the eggs over here, and his massive number of Stalkers are going to move around the map. Units left for both players are going to be 27 Stalkers, 5 Sentries, and 3 Immortals. And these Stalkers are going to be in main forces of what's going to be left for AcE, as he is going to split it up. He is going to leave some at the main base, and he is going to send some to the gold expansion. No, I don't think he actually sees the gold expansion. He is going to retreat now. He does leave one Stalker to finish that off. Main army moving forward here. A lot of Stalkers, and these Stalkers, that was actually a pretty nice defense from AcE, but he did manage to lose most of his base. And the last couple of units are on the field. There are only about 10 more roaches. These roaches are burrow, and he cannot see them. They're right over here, and he is thinking about defending, but even if he defends, he can't build pylons, and he can't really make his units once again, whereas his opponent can still build some stuff if he wishes to. And it looks like AcE is going to move forward here, and he probably should micro these units a little bit more careful. There is absolutely no observer right now, so this is going to be really hard for AcE to try to finish off the players, and there are absolutely no production at the same time. And there's still 23 Stalkers left, and some Stalkers fighting over here, some Stalkers going to take out the hatchery over here. This is probably going to be a lost cause, as some of these units are going to die off. Army size at 29 versus 50, and mOOn does GG. What an epic game to an epic series, and it turns out that AcE is going to move to the finals. Hope to see you guys later at the finals, and if you like what you see, please do subscribe, and thanks, and I'll see you guys at the next game.